call the meeting in order. We do have a quorum. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation by Troy Crowell, please.
Our Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this great opportunity to come here, Father, and gather together as a cooperative business, Father, to conduct business this year. We thank you for the blessings of this life you have blessed us with. But you bless this time, Father. We thank you that we live in this great country where we have an opportunity to partake and provide of this electricity that is served to us. But let us not forget the many people around this world who do not have this privilege. Thank you for that. Also, we'd like to thank you for the blessings, Father, of our country and our servicemen and women. We pray to be with them as they serve and protect our business here in this country of the great USA. All these things we ask in Christ's name.
Amen. Now our secretary will come read the notice of the meeting and proof of publication.
Good morning. I, Dana Salters, Secretary of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation, do hereby make oath that on July 23rd, 2023, I cause to be mailed to each member of the Duck River Electric Membership Corporation at his or her address as it appears on the records of the cooperative with postage prepaid, a notice of the annual membership meeting to be held on Saturday, August 19th, 2023. This action was in compliance with Article 2, Section 3.03 of Duck River Electric Membership Cooperation Bylaws. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. The next item of business is to approve the minutes from the 2022 annual membership meeting. We can read those minutes, or someone can make a motion and we dispense with that reading and approve the minutes. We need a name, please. Ann Neville. Is there a second? Who seconded it? She can't hear you. Edward Garrett. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. We have several guests with us. We have our corporate attorney, Andy Bobo. Just wave, Andy. Patrick Lyle, our auditor from Winnett Associates. Chris Templeton, Customer Relations Manager at Tennessee Valley Authority. Mike Knott, CEO of Tennessee Electric Cooperative Association. And then we have our CEO, Scott Spence. Welcome our guest. Next is the chairman's report. It'll be short. Good morning. My name is Barry Cooper, and I'm honored to have served as Duck River's chairman of the board since 2016. I've also proudly represented Bedford County and a part of Rutherford County for 21 years. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2023 annual membership meeting. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Duck River team and board for all the hard work they've invested over the past year. Their continued commitment to the membership is valued and appreciated. I would also like to thank the membership for their support during my time on the board of directors. It's been a privilege to serve this organization. My congratulations to Brian Riddle, who will step in as your Bedford and Rutherford County representative. I'll add this, Brian's a very good man and he'll do a great job. Brian, would you stand up and let them see who you are? Welcome, Brian. I am very confident he will be an asset to the board and the Duck River team and the membership. Again, I thank each of you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the Duck River membership, and I look forward to the continued success of the team. At this time, I will ask Board Treasurer Anthony Kimbrough to come forward and provide an update on the financial health of the cooperative.
Thank you, Barry, and thanks for your many years of service to Duck River. Wow, man, y'all are a long way back there, and you can't see anything in these lights, I can just tell you. And obviously, we can't hear anything. Jenny, I'm about to be retired, and you and I need to get some hearing aids, okay? And we will do that. Gosh, it reminds me, I am old, because I used to come over here to Lewisburg and bring our girls to play soccer and basketball and all that stuff, and now they're pouring out grandbabies, which is a good thing, an exciting thing. But y'all don't really care about hearing about my girls this morning, and you don't really care about much of a treasurer's report. Obviously, you didn't want to hear those minutes read either, because we got to get the door prizes, right? So we get that. We get that. And we know why the TVA folks are here, by the way, and when you think about a treasurer's report and financial reports of your co-op, we know why the TVA folks are here. Sorry, guys, but we send about 73 cents out of every single dollar that you pay us directly to them for power. And that's just who we are, and that's how we operate, and that's why we're able to provide the kind of reliable service to y'all as our members that we're able to do. So I will just be very brief. Obviously, as would any entity of our size, we are very closely watched from a financial standpoint, and we have Winnett Associates as our auditors, and for the financial year ending June 30th, as directors, what we always want to know is that that's a clean report, and that's exactly what we got. As part of that also, they always review internal controls and processes to make sure that internally we're doing everything that we are supposed to be doing to spend your money wisely and efficiently. It is, I think, worthy to note at least that, kind of think back to my girls, you know, we kind of, especially when they're starting out, we want them to do 2 or 3 things when it comes to their finances. You know, if they got debt, our youngest, they signed a mortgage this week for a new home. We want them to make sure they make those debt payments. And we've obviously done that in 2023 as we are obligated to do so, but at the same time, we've also been able to invest back $27 million, I believe, Scott, into the infrastructure, the plant and systems infrastructure of Duck River, which directly goes to our ability to provide you with reliable and safe electricity. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that over the last 4 years, we may have been able to reduce that debt load by somewhere between $15 and $16 million. So that's probably about all of that nonsense that you really want to hear, but your co-op is in good shape from a financial standpoint. Thank you.
Good morning. To echo the previous comments, welcome to the 2023 annual meeting. It is good to see a lot of familiar faces and some that we haven't met yet, and we look forward to engaging with you in the future. Does anybody recognize the photo? This gentleman, if you do, just call out the name. This is William Henry Harrison. He was the 9th U.S. president, and in 1840, he became famous or infamous for delivering an inaugural speech that used 8,445 words. And I promise you, I don't know that many words, and if I did, I wouldn't put them in one speech, so we are going to be brief this morning. So by show of hands, how many of you, this is your first annual meeting? Great, thank you, welcome. And how many of you have been to other annual meetings? Show of hands. Wow, okay, great, welcome back. Whether this is your first or you've been to many, it is good to see you again. We know now more than ever before, you have so many people, places, and things competing for your time. We are honored that you would spend your Saturday morning with us, and it is a pleasure to see you all again. We know one of the things that you have in common is that you allow Duck River Electric to serve your energy needs, and we take that very seriously. We appreciate your consistent support of the team in that effort. It means a lot to us for that confidence to be shared. This year in particular, we've had a lot of unusual opportunities. According to the National Weather Service, we've had more storms in July and August than is far more customary. And so I would like to take a moment right now to kind of point out some of the hard work of the team. We've had linemen work over 100 hours a week recently. We've had a lot of the team working several weekends on end, doing what they always do with gladness in their heart, restoring power. Not just the line workers, but also people behind the scenes as well, putting this event together, a lot of typical things associated with the annual close of the financials, the tractor pull, just a lot of extra work going in the summer. And I'd be remiss if I didn't start the next comments with a gratitude to the team. So I sincerely, and we all sincerely appreciate the extra work you put in this summer in a very challenging year. So this is the team that brings you safe and reliable power. It takes 180 of us, and they bring this every day. I want to acknowledge them publicly because they can't all fit up here on the stage today. But if they could, we'd want to acknowledge both their efforts and the results. And the fact that they can't fit up here on the stage won't stop us from giving credit where credit is due. Now in America, a lot of things are different and changing, laws, regulation, technology. They're giving us a chance to learn and grow every year and be more adaptive. I quickly want to highlight 3 of those opportunities. Cybersecurity is becoming a newer thing now that we're wrestling more and more with every month. Everybody's working hard to safeguard your personal information, your account information, to keep that safe. We all undergo training every month. Even the board members go through training every month to make sure we're doing a good job keeping your information confidential. The cost and availability of materials is another challenge we're facing, and this team's doing a great job of being adaptable, looking for new solutions to new problems. Couldn't be more proud of how innovative they're becoming to solve these kinds of problems that are facing everybody in the industry. And finally, the growth of Duck River Electric. Middle Tennessee is growing, and that's a well-known fact across the nation. So when you combine that growth with the fact that materials are getting harder and harder to get, this team's doing a lot to be adaptive and innovative. And again, hats off to them. The efforts they've made this past year are just incredible. Just like your businesses and all other industries across the nation, Duck River has faced a lot of changes. And we are so proud of how this team is adapting to those. Next, we have some special team members that have achieved what we call service milestones in increments of 5 years, 10 years, et cetera, like that, where this collective team has served 325 years for your community, restoring power out on the front lines or behind the scenes, supporting in various ways. And again, we want to acknowledge their special achievements, their efforts, and their results over those collective 325 years of serving our communities. And finally, I want to thank you all again for spending some time with us. I'm going to welcome Connie Potts to come talk about the Washington Youth Tour winners who are here with us today. Thank you.
Good morning. Isn't this a fine group of young adults we have on the stage here? I want to take a few minutes this morning to introduce you to these high school juniors. They all won a short story competition sponsored by Duck River Electric. The title of their short stories was Electric Cooperatives Connect. And the judges for this competition were from the Tennessee Valley Public Power Authority, or TVPPA. And is Doug's not here with us. Okay, Doug Peters is the CEO of that organization, and we appreciate their team's efforts in choosing these delegates. And we know all of these students lead busy lives at school and at home, and many are involved in multiple sports and school organizations. But you are to be commended for finding the time to write the 900-word short story. 900 words truly changed the lives of these students this past June as they embarked on a trip of a lifetime to Washington, D.C. And I believe there's some of them that would like to share a few words about their experiences.
Good morning. My name is Lizzie Beasley, and I'm with Duck River Co-op, and I was a delegate for the Washington Youth Tour. This trip was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I loved every single second of it. I made so many friends and saw so many things I learned about as a kid in history class, and it was just so surreal to me. I met a very good friend on this trip, and I'm so glad I got roomed with her because she truly made me feel at home. Her name is Cadence. Cadence. And I just want to say thank you for being such an amazing friend to me. My favorite memory of us on this trip is our constant country accents and our midnight snack times in our massive hotel room, and also our Dunkin' Run with Pat. Also, my sponsors were the best. I love them so much, they're like a second family to me. I would go on this trip again in a heartbeat. All the walking and sweating and running around to get different pins is worth a million words. This trip helped me expand my comfort zone, and thank you to everyone who made it happen.
Thank you, Lizzie. Anyone else?
Hello, I'm Emma Ralston. I'm with Duck River Co-op, and I would just like to give a big thank you to all the people that made this trip possible for me and for all these lovely people. And the trip, words cannot describe how amazing this trip was. It truly exceeded all my expectations. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, guys. And I do appreciate you all being here on this Saturday morning, and I want to take this time to introduce these people to you. Mr. Cooper, will you assist me? First, we have Grace Neal from Bedford County. Sarah Woolbright, Bedford County. Mahala Dunn was unable to be here this morning. She texted me last night, and there's some sickness in the family, so she sent her regrets. Madeline Lewis, also Franklin County, sent her regrets for not being able to be here. They were really looking forward to having a reunion. Addison Gabelt, Franklin County. And Dominic Jackson, Marshall County, is not here with us today. Stephen Wilson Jr., Marshall County. Cadence Champion, Marshall County. Chapman, right? Sorry, I said that wrong. And next we have Emma Ralston. And Emma was actually won the Top Paper Award for the whole Duck River delegation. So congratulations, Emma. And next we have Lizzie, who we heard from earlier. And she actually gave a speech in front of the entire Tennessee delegation and won 4th place. And because of that, she got to raise the flag at Mount Vernon when we went there. So congratulations, Lizzie. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Let's give all these students and their parents, and the parents, will y'all please stand so we can recognize you also? Thank you. And also I want to recognize any teachers in the audience. I know there's some retired teachers. Will y'all please stand, because we can't do this without your support. Thank you. And last but not least, I would like to thank Mr. Spence and the board for recognizing these students. And I can assure you that our futures are bright with this caliber of students leading us. Thank you.
Next item of business is our nominating committee report from our attorney, Andy Bobo.
The meeting of the Committee of Nominations was held at Shelbyville Headquarters Annex of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation on Thursday, March 2nd, 2003 at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The following were present: Roxanne Patton from Zone 1, which represents Coffee and Warren counties; Kelly Moore, Zone 2, Franklin, Grundy, and Marion counties; Larry Moorhead, Moore and Lincoln County; Amy Martin, Zone 4, Bedford and Rutherford counties; Marty Davis, Zone 4, Bedford and Rutherford County, Jerry Hooper, Zone 5, Marshall and Giles County, Clint Owens, Zone 6, Murray Hickman, Lawrence Lewis, and Williamson counties, and Susan Askew from the University of the South. Scott Spence, President and CEO of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation, opened the meeting and explained the purpose for which the nominating committee had been called together and the duties assigned to them in nominating members for the Board of Directors for the coming year. Larry Moorhead was elected chairman, and Amy Martin was elected secretary of the committee. Chairman then announced the nominations for director were in order. The following were nominated for directors for a period of 3 years, their names to be presented for election in conjunction with the annual membership meeting of members on August 19, 2023. Zone 1, Mike England. Zone 2, Philip Duncan. Zone 4, Barry Cooper. Zone 6, Anthony Kimbrough. On June 1, 2023, the Committee of Nomination met again at your Shelbyville Headquarters Annex office. Scott Spence, President and CEO of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation, opened the meeting and explained the purpose for which the nominating committee had been called together and the duties assigned to them in reviewing the qualifications of the candidate turning in a petition to seek to run for the Board of Directors for the coming year. Assisting Mr. Spence was Andy Bobo, DRMC Legal Counsel. The committee then reviewed the petition submitted and the qualifications of the candidate submitting the petition. The committee then accepted the petition for nomination for director, deemed him qualified to seek such office, and directed that the following be accepted as a nominee for the director for a period of 3 years, his name to be presented for election in conjunction with the annual membership meeting of the members on August 19, 2023, in addition to the nominees nominated by the committee at its March 2, 2023 meeting. Zone 4 petition was received for Brian Riddle. In accordance with the requirement of the bylaws of the corporation, the committee further unanimously requested that the name of the nominee be posted alongside the committee's March 2, 2023 nominees at the principal office of the corporation by the committee for consideration of the members in conjunction with the annual meeting of the members in 2023 held in Lewisburg, Tennessee. This was immediately posted as requested.
Thank you, Andy. Now we'll have Meredith Collins to come give the Credentials Committee report.
I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the Credentials Committee, so if you would please stand. Connie Landers, Bedford County. Christy Ray, Coffee County. Chris Anderson, Coffee County. David Parks, Moore County. Dickie McCarthy, Franklin County. And Bernice Craddock, Murray County. The committee is pleased to announce that the election to fill the position for Zone 4 Board of Directors seat has been certified. The new director is Mr. Brian Riddle. Thank you to the committee, candidates, voters, and employees who participated in the election process.
Thank you. The Zone 4 director's seat has been filled. For the other zones 1, 2, and 6, where multiple candidates were not nominated and voting was not held, nominations are closed per the bylaws. All director candidates for these zones are unopposed. So without objection to waiving, we will waive the secret ballot and elect by acclamation. Is there a motion to elect these by acclamation? All right, what's your name? Mark Gillen. All right, is there a second? Okay. Name? Okay, we got it. All right, there's a motion second to elect these by acclamation. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. I don't know of any unfinished business. Under new business, we need to announce the 2023-24 nominating committee members. Zone 1, Coffee and Warren Counties, Roxanne Patton and Sammy Morton. Zone 2, Franklin, Grundy, and Marion Counties, Kelly Moore. Zone 3, Moore and Lincoln Counties, Larry Moorhead. Zone 4, Bedford and Rutherford Counties, Amy Martin and Marty Davis. Zone 5, Marshall and Giles County, Jerry Hooper. Zone 6, Murray, Hickman, Lawrence, Lewis, and Williamson Counties, Clint Owens. University of South, Susan Askew. Those will serve this next year for nominating committee. Is there any other business to come before the group? Need a motion to adjourn? All right, second? All right, there's been a motion and second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, stick around for door prizes. Thank you very much.